So today we're going to be looking at the best Greninja deck you can possibly get. Let's get straight into it. We'll go into the decks and obviously go through what the actual deck is to start with. So as we go through, we've got quite a few set up. This is becoming more and more popular as I've kind of given it a go, but prior to doing this, good research obviously, we are kind of finding a lot more people utilizing this, and it seems to be a very good way to deal with a lot of meta decks. Now, the big thing is RNG is a big thing. You've got to pull the right cards at the right time. But going through it, we obviously have the double Froakie, the double Frogadier, and then obviously the double Greninja. We are then looking to partner it up with Articuno. There is a few different ways. I've seen a lot of Laprases. I've seen a few Psyducks to be able to get a few different bonuses in. But the main thing with Greninja is going to be that Water Shuriken. It can be utilized from the bench as well, which makes it very, very vital. So let's get straight into it. We've obviously got the two Articunos, and we have got a base Articuno as well, just in case you want to swap in as almost a sacrifice as such. Then in terms of the items and supports, we've obviously got the double potion, or in fact we've only got one potion here. We're going to edit that one because that one should be double potion. Let's go all the way to the bottom where... Yeah, I don't know why it's only got one, so we're going to get rid of that, and then we'll add a second one in. Obviously, X speed. I've only got one at the moment, so I do want two of them in there. Obviously, you've got Sabrina double, Misty double. It's got to have Misty. Then, obviously, the Professor's Research and the Pokeball. So, going into the very first match, we are going first, which, again, as always has its own looks. We are going to start off, okay, very nice. We're going to start off with, obviously, the Articuno. We're going to whack the Frogadier on the bench. Or Froakie on the bench. We've got Frogadier already, and we are going to put Articuno in there also. So it's a good start to start with. Obviously, the Greninja straight off the bat would be lovely as well to have all of them in, but we can absolutely move. I mean, that's probably the best start we could get. Pray we don't get a red card. We're just going to end the turn straight away because this sets us up nicely. You want to get the Froakie into Greninja, at least the first one, as quick as possible. Obviously, when we've got Articuno, we've got the double on the attack straight away, so we only have to wait 2 turns, which means technically in that time we should be able to get Meowth done pretty quickly. They're going for the Dragonite deck, fair enough. Obviously, Payday is going to add them to draw a card as well. That's going to be a pretty decent bonus if you wanted. We've got the second Articuno that we are going to keep in our back pocket for now. Nice and easy start, to be honest. We're going to keep the Articuno there, and we're going to end the turn as we go. So obviously they're going to go ahead and utilize the Dratini straight away. So we've got the Ram on there if they really wanted to. They are going to wait. So what you could do, if we could have built up 2 Frogadiers here, we could have obviously gone for a lovely kind of double. They're going to go with a red card. It's so frustrating. You don't get that many people utilizing it. We're going to get Misty, which is nice. We're going to get Froakie again, so we can start building stuff up, which is going to be nice, but the Misty has been not my friend in this. So we are going to go Froakie in here. We're going to then bring back the Articuno, because that's our last one, so that's fine. We then will go with the Misty to see if we manage to get the double on this. I have had such bad luck, but we do get the Blizzard straight off the bat, which is going to really affect him massively. So even just getting one with this Articuno is massive because it just absolutely wipes out that Meowth. We then obviously are kind of speeding up his time to be able to get into that Dragonair, into the Dragonite, which hopefully is going to be good. He's going to obviously put in Persian to start with. That's going to be flip a coin or discard a card from your opponent's hand. Okay, that's interesting. So that's a decent effect if you manage to get it. He's not going to. He's going to obviously swap. So that's absolutely fine because we'll whack Articuno in here. We can then just put the energy back on it, which is no problem. Pray that we get a Greninja as well. We can start doing some damage on that first Dratini. And he's obviously setting up the second one ready, which we do. So this is almost a perfect hand straight away, which we like. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to whack that in there. We'll then be able, and this is why you want this retreat, because it's just perfect to be able to swap it in. Obviously, we're already at the 3 with Misty, which is perfect. He's pretty much done in this sense. So we're going to go ahead and water, and we're going to go. He'll probably concede after this, to be honest. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to whack Blizzard on, which is perfect because it's going to do the damage on the back as well. Persian's gone straight away off the back. I imagine he will concede pretty quickly because there's no way that he gets to the Dragonite this quickly now, especially with the next turn. He's gone. There's no way. Unless he's got something up his hands that I don't know. He's going to It could just keep going, to be honest. I had one recently where we was going up against a Grimer, Muck, Weezing, and Arbok deck, and I think he had me poisoned, and literally, if he attacked once, he would have been able to get me on the 30. I had 40 HP left. He needed one more point. I had the Articuno in. He basically had the attack to give me 30, and if it turned to my turn, I would have lost the 10 to be able to be poisoned, which would have took me out of the game. He conceded, and I don't know if that's because I didn't do it. Obviously, he's not returning, so we're just going to whack it out. There's the first one done. That's probably the best start you could get from this. Very, very easy to do. But it's not always about that. So we're going to go into the second game and hopefully get a decent run at this. We want to see some more different opponents. Right then, we are going up against number 1 again. Okay, let's see what we start off with. Normally, oh, it's beautiful. It's a great start for Articunos. Didn't give me any Froakies or any Pokeballs, so we can kind of let that slip. Hopefully get one straight away. We are against a Charmander deck, so that actually works in our favor pretty nicely. And this is going to be the perfect one. Oh, of course we get Frogadier on the first. That's a bit frustrating, but this is where the Moltres, Arcanine, and Charizard really kind of hit their hope because they were the deck that goes against the Mewtwo. So having that already then in our back pocket, meaning if we manage to get to 2 and it doesn't change the Charmander, we do manage to obviously get it out in one turn, which is nice. We're going to hit Frogadier again. Okay, so we've not got really anything to go with here. What we got here? Discard an energy. So what we're going to do... What does this one do? Flip a coin and the defender can't attack during your opponent's next turn. We're going to keep it there. I've got the Sabrina in my back pocket just in case Charmeleon pops up next, which I feel like it might do. With him not attacking, obviously he's discarding for no reason, because obviously that's the problem with a lot of the Charizard and Charmanders. You've got to discard to get in, so he's obviously holding it, knowing that he's probably got a Charmeleon in his back pocket. What does... Discard an energy 90 for that one. Okay, that's going to be one that we want to get rid of. He has got the Moltres in play as well, so his deck is pretty stacked from this. We need a Froakie as quick as possible. We're going to get Misty instead, which could work in our favor. So we are going to go Misty. Yeah, we're going to go Misty first, just because if we manage to get that one heads... Every time, honestly, I think the heads that you saw last time was the first time in about 6 Misties that we've not managed to do anything. He's going to have a lovely 60 on this, so we're going to have to really hope we manage to get that Froakie in ASAP. And this can be the RNG part of it, where we just don't get what we need, basically. And also the one thing I want to know is, and it might be true, it might not be, oh, he's gone already. I mean, he was pretty set up. I only had Articuno. I suppose the Blizzard. The one thing I was going to ask is, if, obviously with the Blizzard, it hits 10 on the back. If it's weakness, does it give it more? That's what I kind of want to know. So we need another fire deck. Right then, going into number 3, we got Pikachu on the cover. That's going to be the only thing that really kind of stops us on this. If we don't get the perfect deck, we have a very great start with the 2 draws there, which is nice. We're going to throw Froakie in straight away. Okay, so I can imagine he's going to be very, very similar in this. We're going to have a Sabrina, so we're going to go with a double on this. Let's see if we can get a Frogadier. We do. Ooh, imagine a Greninja as well. So that's a perfect start. That's great. Obviously, it depends on what he's going with as well. I can imagine... Well, to be fair, Starmie is going to have a Misty at some point, obviously. I don't know what. He could go Lapras. Articuno could be in there as well. There's going to be quite a few different decks that you could go with now. The water. You could even throw a Squirtle in if you really wanted to. By the looks of it, is he going to throw anything on the bench? Be very weird not to. I feel like he's got quite a lot of cards to not have anything on the bench. It's a very strange deck straight away. So we get Frogadier in instantly, which is nice. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, not that one. We're going to throw Frogadier there. We are then going to go Pokeball because we're going to do the draw 2 again. It's going to give us another Froakie, which is good. So we'll throw that on. And then obviously we'll go with the double. That is going to give us Sabrina and Misty. Okay, we can't use Misty this round. We are going to go and throw a potion on just for the heck of it, really. Just to show that we've got it. And if he does get rid of our cards, then obviously we don't want to get rid of it. So that's going to be perfect. We're going to end there. That's a great start. Obviously, he's not necessarily got too much on his bench yet. I can imagine that should change. There's no way he's got all of them cards. He's gone straight into the Starmie, so that's going to go 90. Glad that I used that potion now, because that's going to be something we kind of need to get out as quick as possible. We need another Articuno on the bench just to set ourselves with this. We're going to get double Misty. Okay, so it's really our only option at this point. So we're going to throw Misty on and pray that we get a Blizzard just to tank out as much as possible. This is just a bane of my life, this Misty, genuinely. So we're going to throw that in. We really need... Well, that's all we can do, really, at this point. Unless we... I'm trying to think how we could do this. We've got the X speed already. We'd have to take out, and it would give us another Misty, but I don't know if it would really help anything at this point. We kind of want to keep the Articuno to be able to have the double hit, but it's not going to. What we're going to try and do, we will sacrifice the Froakie, pray that we get a Greninja off the bat. So we're going to withdraw him into there. We'll just try it. I'm kind of going off here. That we do. He's got nothing on the bench, so I can't even Sabrina it. But even though he probably would have something that's basic, now he's going to get a basic. I can't believe he's got that many cards, but not anything for the bench yet. He's got another Starmie. So is he just going a Starmie deck? Ooh, he's gone... of course he's gone Sabrina. We're going to have to go with the Frogadier at this point. And pray that we get another one. Because if we let the Articuno go, it's pretty much lights over. Because at least with a Blizzard, it could give us something at this point. But I don't even know where we'd want to go with this. I feel like he's probably got us in a little chokehold at the minute. We don't even have the double potion to go. He's got a great start on this. So of course now we're going to get the Greninja. So to be honest, I think this is pretty much game over already. So... yeah, because if you get the Blizzard, he's still going to go. He's done it. He's absolutely... I don't think there's any way. Because even if you retreat, it's still not going to be enough. Yeah, he's done it. I think in that scenario, you kind of need a double Articuno to start building one up. So you basically have one hit with a Blizzard, and then you have a second hit, which would take out the Starmie. That's probably the only way I could see that going. It's just an unfortunate scenario. We do get second on this one, so pray for a good start. We're going to start with Articuno. We have got Frogadier and 2 Pokeballs, so that should be a cracking start. He's gone... Ooh, okay, something different. Snom in the start. I don't even know what abilities they've got, to be honest with you. Who's he going to add to the bench if he's got anybody? He has got a basic Pokemon, so let's see what that second one's going to say then. We have got... Draw 2 cards. Okay, fair enough. Watch him have a red card now after that perfect start as well. I don't even know if that... Ooh, Jigglypuff. Okay, so we're looking for a bit of an asleep with the Wigglytuff. That's fair enough. So we're going to throw in... We've got Greninja as well, so that's a perfect start. Pray no red card. So we're going to throw the first Pokeball, get ourselves a Froakie. Nice. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and throw the second Pokeball. That should give us another Articuno. Beautiful. Okay, we got the perfect start here. Throw that on the bench, and then we'll go with the draw 2 cards, and then pray for like a Misty for the next turn. Okay, another Greninja, we take it. So we're going to throw that on. We can go with Frogadier next. Just pray he hasn't got an evolution for this Snom. I don't know what actually we've got in terms of what's the best for that. He's got another basic, so I'm assuming a second Jigglypuff, maybe a Starmie or... something. They can't be Squirtle now, I don't think. Yeah, he's got another Jigglypuff. He's gone for the promo card, though. Love it. Didn't know if anybody realised the promo cards are there. We've got Wigglytuff straight off the bat. Nice. That's obviously going to give him the ability to sleep with no actual RNG there. So you need to get that out pretty quickly. It's going to go with Jigglypuff on the first one. I can imagine he'll have an X speed as well, which really could put us in a bad scenario. But he gets the look that I have, which is always nice. Then we got an X speed ourselves. Lovely. So we can then throw Frogadier down. We can then go with you. And then we'll throw in a little bit of Icy Wing. Wing. Not Wind. That's going to get him down to 10. He's going to look to possibly bring that back to maybe save a turn. Because he knows that if the Wigglytuff goes, then obviously you're a little bit stuffed. So then what we can do from there. We need a Misty, really. That's going to be the best one. What has he got here? Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So that's his kind of RNG. I'm surprised Hypno is not about in this. Still a 1 retreat, so if he has an X speed, he's done pretty well. He does know we've got Blizzard coming. Draw 2 cards. What is X speed is just an item as well, so if he's managed to get that, he has got the red card. So we need a Greninja straight off the bat here as well. Or a Misty. Misty, Greninja, Articuno. Okay, we can work with that. That's not too bad. Probably keep my spot ready for another Froakie if I want to build one up. So he's going to go. That's pretty much all he can do, I'm pretty sure. Has he given the energy? I want to say the energy is already on Wigglytuff. Can you actually? How can you do that? Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So we kind of got to build that Articuno up after. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting everything. We could put the Misty actually on Articuno first to see how that goes. So we've obviously got the another Froakie. So we're going to throw that on. Then we've got the Greninja for the time to attack the Wigglytuff. We're going to throw Misty on here. Or is it the active Pokemon? Or unless, do you have to pick? Heads? Ah, okay, we only get 1. That's going to give it there. Okay, that's nice. So, we then go ahead and build the Articuno up to the 2, ready for the sleep. We're going to Water Shuriken. I'm going to go into Wigglytuff. We'll then throw an Icy Wing onto this because then he still can't hit us unless he has another Misty. That's a bit unfortunate. Water Shuriken should be able to get rid of that. So now we need the Frogadier and then the Greninja for the next one. And then that really should start ramping up this deck pretty well, to be honest. He's going to look to try and X-speed this out. Obviously, it's how much do you get? Is it 80? 80 is quite a big number, but if we can manage to get the lovely Water Shuriken in, that's going to do 20. Without a heal, that is. So that's going to be asleep now, which is fine, because then we're going to go with the Blizzard. Oh, we get to do the heads. Of course it is. Oh, stunning. I forgot that you've got the chance to come up. Lovely. Okay, that works really well, actually. So then we're going to go ahead and go into there. We then will sacrifice it. We'll go Water Shuriken. We'll then throw this on. We then throw the Blizzard. Then we get a second Blizzard on Articuno when this one's done. And then we're pretty much done there. I think that's game over, really. Okay, I really forgot about the heads and tails for the asleep. So that works in our favor nicely. But setting up the second Articuno there is very important. He's pretty much done regardless. So he should know that by now. Because the second Articuno, when he gets rid of this one, is not going to be enough. I don't know what he could do other then maybe going in for a Sabrina could be the only way. Because even if he brings back the Wigglytuff and kind of retreats it, we've still got the Water Shuriken that can hit the bench for 20. So he's just going till the very end. So obviously that being asleep, that's fine, it's gone. We can obviously then throw the Articuno in, and we've got the attack straight off the bat. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue, really. Obviously we set up as we always do, unless he concedes. We're going to get another Misty in. I feel like that might be a bit overkill, to be honest. We might as well just throw it in here. There we go. It's conceded. That's a very, very well-played deck. I really want to try my hand at a Mewtwo deck as well. That would be something very interesting to try out because it's definitely the most meta. We've not seen a Pikachu or Mewtwo deck for quite some time, to be honest. So that would be interesting to see how quickly you could get out. And to be honest, if you are looking to try and go against a Pikachu, you have got to have the perfect start. That's pretty much the gist of it. They're going to have an Articuno to start with, okay? So this one's pretty much just going to go as normal as you probably can imagine. Not going to get a Froakie straight off the bat here. Get it now, Articuno and Sabrina, okay. So that's not the ideal start, but we move with it. They're going to get the first turn on, so obviously they will basically be in the driving seat here for the Blizzard. So, he's got a random Pokemon. I'm assuming he's going for Froakie as well. He could go for Starmie or Psyduck. There is a lot of different decks that you can go with. He's got another Articuno, just like me. It's like a mirror deck at this point. So, where could I go with this to go get one ahead? We've got the Froakie in, which is nice. So, we throw the Froakie in. We then... It needs a double, so what I could do is throw a Sabrina in just to throw him off a little bit. I can imagine he can do the same at some point. It seems to be the standard of this deck. So then we're going to throw in the Articuno first. He might do the same next round, so we're going to end turn there. He's more than likely got... Well, I suppose if he needs 2x speeds to bring that Articuno back in. More than likely the counter to this will be to put the Sabrina in. Whether he does that next turn or not. We've got another Sabrina here. So we're going to then throw Frogadier in. We then throw... That's it. Sabrina's not going to make any difference here. We're going to throw that on there. And then we throw our first... Yeah, we'll throw our first Ice Wing on this. And then we're one turn away from getting our Greninja in as well. So that's always nice, because then we get the 20s. That's where it really starts to happen. Just because then you can start hitting them 20s, which is just extra. That I didn't plan for. Please be... It's going to be like triple heads, I guarantee now. Oh, love it. I swear they've dropped the RNG on that down after everybody getting like 30 and 40 energies on it. It's gone with a 20 HP here, which is nice. He's going to throw the Ice Wing as well, I'm assuming. Okay, that we can deal with that. We've got a mirror of that, seen as a weakened potion as well. We've also got the Blizzard straight off the bat here. So I'm going to go... We're going to throw Greninja on. We then throw a potion. And then I'm going to go, we're going to draw 2 cards. We're going to draw 2 cards just to see what we get in our hand. Could we get another Froakie potentially? No, we've got a random, which we can throw in. That should be either an Articuno or Froakie. Articuno, we'll keep that in our hand just in case. Then we'll throw this on. And then we'll go... We'll try and get this down as much as possible. So we'll go with the first one and get that out of the way. He could just have double Articuno. I've seen that before. It's kind of a risky play because... Literally, you get into this scenario where you're 20 gone. It can be a little bit frustrating, but I would have assumed he might have something else. Otherwise, he's in a very bad spot because we've got the 120. We've got the obvious Wood Shuriken next, which should be able to do enough. Unless he's going to go for the second one here. So he's going to go for his bench Pokemon ready. We knew that. So he's going to have a Blizzard ready. He's also then got... Oh... Still, regardless, that does nothing, really, because we can still get it out at the back anyway. He's going to go for the Blizzard. That doesn't matter because we're absolutely fine with that. We can start putting our Articuno in as well. Are we going to get a Froakie? No? We do get a basic Pokemon, so he's going to go Blizzard, which is fine. So that's going down to 80. We've not got no points. So then I'm going to throw that there. We then throw... that up. Of course it's going to be the Articuno again. Why wouldn't it be? We then... Because that Articuno is going to go. Just trying to think of where we go from this. Because we don't really want... He's used both of his Misties now. If we throw the 20 and the 80, doesn't have much left. But he does manage to do another Blizzard. We then still have that. So we should be fine either way. So we are going to go Water Shuriken on here. So going to throw that on there. So it just puts him really low in general, which is absolutely fine. We'll then throw a Blizzard, which then knocks it down as much as possible. That gives him 10. So he's pretty much got to have something up his sleeve that I don't know about or not really thought about. He's pretty much in the dire scenario because we've got Ice Wing that's here. We've got the Water Shuriken to deal with both of them. So he should be done next turn. Realistically, without anything that I don't know, unless he went with like a Sabrina, which still wouldn't have made too much of a difference. So that's going to be the 90. It's going to drop that down. That's absolutely fine. And then we should then bring the Articuno in. He's conceded. Fantastic. So I think we'll go with one more, see what we can go against. We've obviously gone against people with the emblems, which is fine. Let's see what we can go. Are we going to go second or first? Slowpoke on the badge. We're going first again. Honestly, I feel like I'm going first, more so than a lot of people. We're going to go with... We got the full evolution line first. I must admit, the Froakie start is not necessarily the greatest, in my opinion. I do prefer the Articuno, if possible. It's gone with the Jigglypuff. Okay, so that puts you to sleep straight away. Okay, we do have the Articuno here, which is nice. That's absolutely fine. Meaning then we could put the Pokeball in. We kind of want the Froakie out as quick as possible. We're going to throw the Deadwood Articuno in as well. And that's all we can do for right now. If he puts us asleep, obviously we can do the heads to not be asleep, which is fine. We've got the Froakie line without the red card coming in nicely. That will do us plenty if we can get it going. And the question is, draw 2 cards. Okay, so What is the red? The red card is an item, I think, so you can use it whenever. Some people have it, some people don't. I go a couple of games and don't see it, and then sometimes you do. He's got the double Jigglypuff, so obviously he's waiting for a Wigglypuff. It's going to put us to sleep on this first turn. Pray that we can kind of go around it. I'm pretty sure you can still evolve. Nice, we're out of it already. Then, so if we've got the Greninja already, oh, perfect. So what we can do here then, we'll throw the Frogadier on top. We'll then throw the Articuno there. We're going to take the chances with the Asleep here. I'm going to throw that down so we can't get hit with anything because all it takes is that Wigglytuff to come out. We'll then drop that in. And then we can kind of get ready with the Greninja. Because then even when we're asleep, we could still potentially get the hits off, which is nice. We've got the potion in the background. It's a solid start, but it can definitely go sour quite quickly. Depending on what he's got. If he's got Wigglytuff in there, again, can have the issues. It's going for the double. So I'm assuming he's setting up ready for this Wigglytuff, which is free. So he could put it on, but it means he wouldn't attack. I'd imagine he'll go for the Sing first and then go for the Wigglytuff. And he has got a Froakie in the background. Okay, that seems to be the other deck that goes well and kind of two together with the kind of colourless, with also then having the water. We're going to get the Asleep. We're going RNG heavy on this, which is nice. So then we should be able to get rid of the first Jigglypuff here. We're going to save that Articuno for now, just in case we get another Froakie in. We're going to then go throw that in. We then go ahead and Water Shuriken, and we're going to go and get rid of that Jigglypuff because it sets him back. He could even concede off this, to be honest. There we go. I've pretty much called it. As that was a short match, we'll go again. Sometimes Giovanni could bring out a Mewtwo. I'm surprised that we haven't seen him more often. I know people are often using different decks and trying different things, but it's very interesting. First again, honestly, where is this look coming from? So we're going to go, ooh, okay, we got a very, very basic hand to start with. We have got the X speed already. We've got the draw 2. We've got the basic Pokeball. It could be worse, I guarantee. Ooh, okay, starting with the Articuno, nice. Okay, so he's got the standard Ice Wing and then Blizzard. We got the Frogadier, which is good. We need the Articuno. I knew it. I just knew that it was going to be that. Of course it will be. So I'll throw that in there anyway. We'll then throw the draw 2. Pray an Articuno pops up. Misty and a Greninja. So we're there with that, which is nice. So we're going to have to end turn there. Water Drip is 30. We're gonna, if we get the Articuno next, that's perfect because we could potentially hit the RNG for Misty. It's going Krabby at the back. Very interesting. Not really seen Krabby that much, to be honest. We're going to go with a Frogadier in... Oh, no, we're not going to go that. What I'm going to do... Oh, because we didn't get the Articuno. Do I go with Frogadier on the bench? Or do I go for the 30? Because he's going to hit 40 straight off the bat. We're going to go throw that in. Is Greninja just a 1 or is he a 2? He's still a 1. So we're going to throw that in. We'll then throw 1 on top. And just in case, we're going to just go with that 1 to start with. Just because if I throw the Misty on and somehow he gets rid of it, he could have a Misty himself. That's the only thing that I didn't really consider. They could have a Misty, which gives him the Blizzard, takes out Frogadier in 1. Probably should have went for the bench and just started setting up. Basic Pokemon in his hand. Could it be next? It is a support card. Okay, he's gone for the Froakie. He's going to go for the Ice Wing. Okay, we managed to survive a turn at least, which is fine. So then we have got a second Misty. We could do with an Articuno really badly here. Throw that in. He's going to go for the Blizzard next turn. So we're going to go ahead and... we really need the Articuno before we do any Misties. So we're going to go ahead and... Could he do the 20 and the 40? Because he could do... What we're going to do is we're going to throw a potion on him because that should allow him to do the Blizzard, which is fine. We'll then throw another one on him. And then we'll go with a Water Shuriken on him. Could be a good move because then we do get the 60 as well, meaning he's got to think of something. I'm praying. I very rarely use Greninja up front, which is the mad thing because obviously it's kind of the backbench Pokemon. Articuno has not been out for this long. He's going to start setting up something at the back, I'm assuming. What does Krabby have? I've not really seen Krabby in this. Flip 2 coins, if both are heads, the attack does 80 more damage. Wow. Oh, is it both heads? 2 coins. They're both of them ahead. So he gets 80 regardless, but it is free energy. So he's going to have to go for the Blizzard, really. We've still got a potion, and we get to switch if needed, which is fine. So he'll go with the Blizzard. We could then swap the Froakie in if needed, because that's going to be 20. It's not going to be great. We do get a basic Pokemon, which is good. So we could potentially... Well, we'll get an Articuno here. Yes, we get that one, which is nice. So what we can do, we'll throw that in. We then put... so then we retreat. So we want to... Do we keep it energy? Yeah, we'll throw an energy. We'll throw the X speed, because that's just an item, so that's fine. So then we'll throw that in. Throw that back. Throw him there. And then we go with a Misty onto him. Pray for 2. If we get... Well, to be fair, even if we get 1. Even if we get 1, it would do something. But apparently not. So we'll throw that on him. We'll then throw the potion on just to keep him ticking. Because otherwise, I'll not forget about the Blizzard in general. The Water Shuriken to put him to 10. Or do I go for that? We'll still go that because he'll might panic him a little bit, and then we'll end turn from there. That's a good save at least. I forgot about the Pokeball, which is allowing us to get the Articuno in. It's more challenging going against the water decks than any other deck, it seems. So that's always an interesting one. And I am surprised that we haven't seen more Pika. Pika is an outstanding deck. And with everybody with these lovely decks in themselves for the water deck, it's kind of like light play if they don't get what they need straight off the bat. So we're going to go ahead and we shall add that in. We'll then throw a Misty on her. Pray that we get 1. This is what I mean. They really need to up that a little bit. Like it's absolutely ridiculous how little I actually get. He's going to go straight for that, of course. So he's going to get 3 anyway. So he's got to have a Misty in his deck at some point. So he's going to throw that second Krabby in there. It's going to be 2 points. We've not been tackled just yet. Which then we can throw the Ice Wing on him. Okay, that puts us in a good spot because then we can still get the 20 and 60 if he does take out this Articuno. So I think we've managed to done it. There we go. Beautiful. So in terms of a deck, it's very, very efficient with the right RNG. And if not, you can still allow a little bit of leeway and it works pretty well.